What's up YouTube, and welcome back to something new for the channel. Now, this was decided very last minute to do, but I'm going to be watching it. It's the most excited I've been for it in a while. You might guess by the top, I'm going to be watching live the Royal Rumble and also NXT Takeover San Antonio, which is gearing up to be really good. So this is just a quick video, sort of like a mini update. I'm just trying to get my marker with my predictions. It's like right here. Yeah, it's just a quick predictions video, and also just to say that, yeah, I'm back. I'm going to start recording properly, probably tomorrow, while I kind of gear myself up for the Royal Rumble. That's going to be amazing. But we're going to start off this predictions video with NXT Takeover San Antonio, which is tonight. Both the Takeover and the Royal Rumble review thing will be in the one video, so that'll probably be maybe Tuesday, maybe Monday, if I get it done quick enough. But first match that has been billed is the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger versus Eric Young of Sanity. And I think this will be quite easily predictable. I think it will be Eric Young that will win it, just to keep the whole Sanity hype going. And also, I think this might be Ty Dillinger's, like, one of his last NXT matches, because, I mean, coming out at number 10, surely it has to happen. Surely it's too perfect an opportunity. If they aren't doing it this year, keep him in NXT for another year and have him do it next year at the Royal Rumble coming in at number 10. It's too perfect not to happen. Up next we have Roderick Strong versus Andre Cien Almas, and I think that'll be Roderick Strong just because I think he kind of needs a wee bit more of a push. But then again, Cien, this is probably the most unpredictable match in the card for me anyway. Up next we have the NXT Tag Team Championship match, and it's #DIY versus the Authors of Pain. Now, it really should be the Authors of Pain, but I'm going to go out on a very, very bold prediction and go for #DIY. I think they're doing really well just now, and I know all the hype's there for the Authors of Pain. They just came off the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic tournament win. But yeah, I think I'm going to go for #DIY just because I love those two so much. They're so good. Up next we have the NXT Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way between Asuka, Nikki Cross from Sanity, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, the two sort of tag team. Now, do you really need an NXT Women's Tag Team division? I think that'd be amazing. Now, one little thing I don't like about this is there's no Ember Moon. I think I'd prefer a one-on-one match between her and Asuka for the championship. I thought that would have been more hype, but I'm actually not predicting Asuka to win this. I'm going for Nikki Cross. I think her and Eric Young both winning, cementing Sanity as a proper force going on. Yeah, maybe the man formerly known as Big Damo, he'll maybe get involved. I can't remember what his new name for NXT is at all, which is quite terrible of me. But yeah, I predict a Nikki Cross win and Sanity to win the pay-per-view overall. But then we get to the main event, and it is the NXT Championship match between Shinsuke Nakamura and the glorious one himself, Bobby Roode. Now, again, this is a really tough one to call. I'd love to see the title on Bobby Roode, but I think that might be a WrestleMania thing to do. Although I would love to see him. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to stick with my initial prediction and go for Shinsuke Nakamura. But I could also see Nakamura losing the match through interference from Samoa Joe, maybe. But I'm going to stick with my initial prediction and go for Shinsuke Nakamura for the win. Now we got into the Royal Rumble itself, and honestly, this is probably the best built Royal Rumble in the past decade. I mean, a lot of people are saying that. That's one I can kind of remember being close to as good as maybe the one where Bryan and Wyatt fought, and no, that wasn't. Was that a steel cage? No, it was just a normal match, but that one was really good. Yeah, I don't think there's been a good one, but maybe I think 2007 was the last one that I felt was really good, but that was also the first ever pay-per-view I watched. So we go on the kickoff show. We got 3 matches on it. We got Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. Just normal one-on-one match, and I can see Nia Jax taking this. I think they really need to start pushing Nia Jax more as a proper top level female heel, because I mean you've only got Charlotte on Raw as a heel, and then and Sasha Banks. You know, there needs to be a little bit more depth, and I think having Nia Jax win on the pre-show, maybe you could argue it would do more if it was on the main show, but on the pre-show, Nia Jax win. If it was main show, I'd probably be more inclined to say Sasha. Jesus, I can't talk. Up next, we have the Raw Tag Team Championship match between Sheamus and Cesaro and Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, aka The Club. Just because it's on the pre-show, I can't really see the title changing hands, so Sheamus Cesaro. We've got the 6-women tag team match from SmackDown. We've got Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, and Naomi versus Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya. And I can see Team Heel taking this, so Bliss, James, and Natalya, just because Mickie James is just back. It makes sense to build her up a little bit. Also, I'm really intrigued with what they're going to do with Mickie James. She's looking fantastic being back. Apparently, the first match on the main show, which I don't know, should it be this? It's going to be Rich Swann versus Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship. Now, I don't think it'd be the best thing to do having Rich Swann lose it, but at the same time, it is the perfect time to put the title on Neville, so I'm going for Neville just because it just makes sense. I mean, you saw what he was doing at the UK Championship, that one match I had against the guy whose name I probably should have wrote down. Yeah, I think it makes more sense putting the title on Neville rather than having Rich Swann contend. Like, it'd be good to build up Rich Swann, but I think for the sake of the Cruiserweight division, get the title on Neville and let him be the king of the Cruiserweights. Then we have the Raw Women's Championship match between Charlotte Flair and Bayley. Now, as much as I want to see Bayley win this match because she's fantastic, I'm glad she's finally sort of coming into her own on the main roster now. It's Charlotte, and it's going to be Charlotte. It's just really hard to look past it. She's always dominant on the pay-per-views, and I think she's going to continue that till Mania. I believe there's talks of maybe a triple threat or fatal four at WrestleMania again, which I'd be intrigued to see, but it depends on who's in it. We then have the WWE Universal Championship match between Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. There is no disqualifications, and Chris Jericho is going to be in a shark cage because I think they're just trying to go overboard with that new WWE ring that has the shark cage in it. Don't think it's still enough. So, this is the second shark cage match in the past 2 months for reasons. I'm going with Kevin Owens because of what I'm predicting for the Royal Rumble. I'll talk more about it in a minute. Pretty obvious what I'm doing though. I want Roman Reigns to win the US title back though, and I want, like, there's rumours of him versus Braun Strowman at WrestleMania. I think that's a very US title match, which would be ideal. I don't want Reigns. I don't think he was doing well as US champion. I don't think he's ready for the world title just yet. Maybe, I don't know, give him another good run with the US title and see how that goes, and then decide if you want to put him to main eventing again. We then have, again, another really, really tough one to call. It's AJ Styles versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. Just because, in my heart of hearts, I want to see Styles versus someone else at WrestleMania. I'm going for AJ Styles. I think John Cena, I really want him to see, him versus The Undertaker this WrestleMania. Not for the title, because I think then make it pretty obvious who's going to win. But I think John Cena versus Undertaker, just a one-on-one match, make that, not obviously not the main event, or it could be the main event, make it up there. Like, they could quote it as one of their 3 main events like they did for Hell in a Cell. But yeah, I can't really see who AJ would verse. Maybe the new heel Dolph Ziggler, but I know they've done that before, so I don't know what I'd do. But maybe they could do Styles versus Undertaker. I'd love to see that. Or maybe Styles versus Samoa Joe, who could, I think he is debuting in the Royal Rumble. It's pretty much all but confirmed. Like, WWE aren't saying anything. He's not been on NXT for weeks, though, not doing house shows. So I think it's pretty obvious Joe's going to be in the Rumble. It's just making sense. Speaking about the Rumble, the Rumble itself. Now, this is the toughest Rumble to predict in how many years? Like, obviously, apart from the one where like Edge and Cena won when they came back from injury way before they should have. Um, yeah, this is really, really tough to predict, but I'm gonna go out on maybe a sort of obvious but bold one. I'm gonna say Chris Jericho. He just won the US title, his first time ever doing that. I think this will be the time to have him win his first ever Royal Rumble. It should have been in 2012 when Sheamus won it, which was stupid. But yeah, Chris Jericho, and obviously go into a feud with Kevin Owens, the best friends, break it up and fight for the US title at WrestleMania. Tell me that won't make sense. I mean, I'm kind of ruling out Brock Lesnar and Goldberg because their match is all like it's already happening. I can see maybe a Goldberg doing well and then Brock Lesnar costing them, and that'll set up their match. I don't think it'll be Taker. I think you don't need to have him win the Royal Rumble for him to have a WrestleMania match. That doesn't really make sense. And when you try and think about other people, I think Jericho makes the most logical sense. But then again, it's WWE. Look what they've done the past few years. They've had Sheamus for one, Roman Reigns, Batista, and then Triple H. They tend to just do what they want to do, what they think is best, what's best for business. But it just makes so much sense for it to be Chris Jericho. Have the best friend feud means something, rather than just, oh yeah, it's two best friends and they're fighting. Have it be for one of the top titles. That'll put so much hype into it. It just makes sense. Yeah, that's my predictions for the Royal Rumble. Look forward to the video. Monday, maybe latest Tuesday. It'll be my reactions to both NXT San Antonio and the Royal Rumble. So this is going to be good. Drop a like. I want to hear your predictions, so drop them in the comments below. Like and share, please, because I want to start doing this again. I've missed doing this. And I've got also more gaming stuff is coming. Like I said, I'm probably going to record a lot of stuff tomorrow, so I'll see you soon.